Hey, I'm here doing my first reaction video. I actually tried to do a reaction video of Scoob, the 2020 animated movie, but for some reason, like when I watched like the video, like the actual screen recording, it had audio. When I actually got it to the editing software, it did not have audio, and I can't remember why, but there's no reason I could there's no way I could go back to get it. I think 'cause I had like downloaded it, so it had disappeared, and so the download was like corrupt. I guess I don't know. I think it happened every time I downloaded it. So yeah, I don't know. So that sucked. But this time I'm doing where the screen recording is muted and all the audio is coming from the live footage. And I'm telling you that because you're probably going to hear an echo of the thing I'm watching, and because it plays it plays from my Chromebook, and my phone's probably going to pick it up kind of weirdly. And I'm just kind of in a very closed out section of my apartment, so it's going to kind of probably echo more because of that. But I just kind of really wanted to do the to watch this because first because I was watching a lot of music videos, uh like reaction videos to like NF, Lil Peep, Jenner Lucas, things like that. For some reason I was just like addicted to them for like a week, 2 weeks or something, and I'm like I want to do this, and so I was like okay, I'm gonna do it. Whatever thing comes up that I'm interested in, and then I was like 20 seconds through Tenet, and I realized holy shit, this definitely should have been my first reaction video since it's Christopher Nolan, one of my favorite directors. Um, but I was like, whatever, I've already seen too much of it, so no. And then the Scoob one didn't work out. So hopefully this one will work out. Yeah, it's gonna be kind of shittier quality, but at least it'll probably work out. I've gotten this recommended to me by my brother multiple times actually because he says it actually looks kind of cool. Um, it's Mystery Incorporated 2020. I hear that's like supposed to, like from him. It's supposed to be kind of like realistic, I guess, and in the way that like Shaggy's like a pothead or something. Which he said that I don't know if he meant like he's a full-fledged pothead, like they show him smoking weed, or that he says something about smoking it or something like that, or if it's just like he has a way like he has kind of like qualities of a pothead, so they're trying to like subtly put it in there like, yo, we know that everybody's like Shaggy's a pothead, Shaggy's a hippie, so we're just gonna kind of subtly make him a hippie. I don't know. I honestly didn't hear too much about that, but yeah, I mean, so real quick, I want to tell you guys what I'm expecting, what I'm not expecting, everything like that. And that's that. Well, one, Mystery Incorporated, obviously the name of their group, but also a TV show, um, back in 2012, I think, like 2012, 2013, I think it went for maybe 2011. There's two seasons because you can see it. I can see it right here on my screen, because it's advertised on the side. There's two seasons, but I think it might have ran from 2011 to 2013. I have no idea. I never was really big into it. I kind of found it stupid because of how like real, like not realistic, but how like more in depth and immersive the story was. Because I was just so used to like just the 70s Hanna Barbera kind of shows. But I mean, there's been so many different iterations of Scooby-Doo, and I've liked every single one. I've liked all the other live action movies to some extent. The only one I didn't like, the only like iteration or interpretation of Scooby-Doo I didn't really like was Be Cool Scooby-Doo. It had like Cartoon Network humor, which was the first time Scooby-Doo kind of changed their sense of humor to kind of fit in with the kids. Which I kind of the kids. I kind of hated that. It was really stupid. But other than that, I've liked all the interpretations. Honestly, if they want to make this realistic and have Shaggy be a pothead and maybe even have some like sexual innuendo or just not even innuendos, just plain out talk about sex, I'm totally for that because we've had so many other iterations and Mystery Incorporated, although I should revisit it. I've actually been meaning to. So I'm not gonna say I don't love it, whatever, because I'm sure once I revisit it, I'll be like, holy shit, this is actually really good. But I think even then I respected that they try to make it more immersive and more like, I don't want to say an anthology, but definitely more kind of connected and not like, okay, well, let's solve this mystery, let's solve this mystery, let's solve this mystery. No, it's like, let's solve, this. Okay, now we have to do this because of that, something like that. So I always respected that. But I don't think this really relates to the show at all. I'm just saying that's kind of like the only thing I can compare it to because that other than Be Cool Scooby Doo, which this was Mystery Incorporated was probably the most that they kind of veered off in a different direction. Not just visual wise, because obviously, uh, and Be Cool Scooby-Doo went off in a completely different direction. That's why I'm not really referencing it. It's not because I hate it or anything, which I do, but still. There's also, Pup Named Scooby-Doo, and Scooby-Doo, Scooby and Shaggy, or Shaggy and Scooby, I can't remember. Get a Clue, which I found I like. Last time I watched it was like a year or two ago, and it was still funny. Um, but anyway, yeah, let's watch this Mystery Incorporated 2020 official trailer. So yeah, I'll try not to pause it too much during this video. I've already talked for a while right now, anyways, so I'll try not to pause it too much, but I don't want to talk over the trailer for whatever reason. Maybe you're watching the trailer along with me through this video. I have no idea, but yeah.
Welcome to Coolsville. Our town is a quaint and happy little town.
This is reminding me of Riverdale, and that's not good. I fucking hate Riverdale.
Ignorant to its own dark little secret.
If this fucking reminds me of Riverdale, I'm gonna be so fucking pissed, because I actually kind of had high expectations. I thought they wanted to tell a different story, not just copy what's stupid ass fucking CW execs have been doing.
They're monsters.
There's a logical explanation for all of this. Follow simple logic and scientific fact. False hierarchy of demons.
I wonder if it's gonna be scary. Like, maybe like scary stories to tell in the dark scary, where it's like scary but not like completely. Like, it's scary like in like theory, and it's kind of like spooky. That's just weird. I'm sorry, I was looking at Velma's tits. I respect women. Oh shit! Yeah. They're okay. So they're using the old monsters from the cartoons, which is awesome.
And I'm gonna figure out what it is. I know we don't know each other. No, we're not even friends. But in order to face what's coming,
Shaggy's just there with the hookah and be like, "Where's my crack, man?"
we need each other.
Hey! Why is this so important to you? What could possibly be worth risking all of our lives?
Batman. Scooby-Doo's in this, right? I mean, I'm sure they're just not showing it until like that's fine. They're just not showing it for a while.
People are dying.
Of course, there's a fucking demon.
Running this danger head first, throw caution to the wind. Look at me. I'm not gonna.
Hey, chicken and biscuit. You have to have fucking one leg to trip like that. Holy shit, hold up. He had a fucking gun? That's fucking crazy. Why does it sound like that voice has been in every single live-action Scooby-Doo movie? So Scooby doesn't talk.
I got us right. You're gonna have to drive though, man. I'm super baked right now.
Commies. Okay. It actually doesn't look that bad, that's the thing. It actually looks like pretty good. So, okay, so they're definitely I don't want to say borrowing, but they're definitely using the same like forum or formula that Riverdale's been using, like the same style. It seems like, which is really fucking stupid to me, because I really fucking hate Riverdale. Like, I actually used to watch it when it was new for like a season and a half, but I just fucking dropped it because I realized how fucking stupid it is. And I don't want to talk shit about anything that's not at the top of the video, but oh my fucking god, the acting sucks ass. Like, it's led me to believe that Cole Sprouse isn't a good actor. And he's not. KJ Apple's fucking annoying. Lily Reinhart's a bitch, and she's not a good actor. And Camila Mendes, whatever the fuck her name is the most fucking flat out 2D character of all fucking time. And Lily Reinhart really fucking pisses me off on social media. And so does Bella Thorne. That's unrelated. I'm dealing with some fucking anger right now. Anyway, back to Mystery Incorporated 2020. Honestly, I'm definitely gonna want to see it, and I really hope it does get backed. And greenlit and everything. It's definitely not going to be as good as the originals, and it's definitely not going to be as good as an adaptation, if you will, or an interpretation as the other live action movies, because those, kind of stuck to script. But this one definitely is kind of breaking that, but it's doing it in a kind of unique way, and I really like that, and I really would like to see where it goes and what the story is. Although I kind of wish they kind of made it scary. Like, you could definitely tell that they're using the whole let's make this a little bit more realistic thing as a gimmick. You know how Scooby doesn't talk, Shaggy's actually a pothead, whatever, it explains their shit, they have guns in her or whatever. It definitely kind of uses it as a gimmick. And I say that they're not like 100% like sincere about it and like, we want to do something new about it or something like that, is because they would have probably tried to make the movie scary. I don't know why. Maybe, like I said before, this is definitely not going to be the same rating as Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, but what I've seen of that movie's probably going to be a little spooky and scary compared to this. I mean, because this looks more like just like a mystery comedy. It should be a horror mystery comedy, because I feel like, because spookiness was always main goal of the cartoon. It just was a cartoon and never really kind of accomplished that, but still. So yeah, I mean, it definitely is a nice addition, I guess you could say, to the Scooby-Doo. I don't know. I don't know. It looks okay. I'm definitely gonna want to see it. I'm gonna try to see it when it comes out. And hey, maybe I'll even do a review of it. I mean, that has some funny skit, whatever you want to call it, ideas and opportunities. I know it's probably gonna be bad. I'm probably gonna end up rating it something like I don't know, like a 6 out of 10 or something. But I'm still gonna enjoy my viewing probably in some ways. And then there's people who are gonna be like, "What the fuck is this fucking terrible, demonic, fucking blasphemous shit right here that I'm watching?" So I feel like the sides are definitely divided, and they're complete opposites. I feel like kids adaptations are the one things that really can do that, can really spark a rage in somebody more than any other movie. I mean, yeah, violent movies, but what would you get mad at? A rated R NC-17 movie that's has so much blood and guts in it, but it's rated R and NC-17, or a kids movie that has like a bunch of blood in there and shit for some reason that's like PG, that was released when they had the PG-13 rating system, something like that. You would obviously get mad at the kids version. So I feel like because of the audience, kids movies, or movies that seem to be licensed towards kids, like some people thought Deadpool was a kids movie because they're fucking stupid. So I feel like that can spark a rage in them, and I'm sure they knew this. I'm sure they. It doesn't seem though like they're putting that, we're gonna. It doesn't seem like they're trying to like make it like they're not like enforcing this. We're different, be mad at us, or we're different, learn to live with it. They're not really like, they're definitely, because they'd be very stupid not to. They're definitely aware that this is going to spark a rage in people. They don't encourage it. They don't discourage it. So it really seems like they don't really care too much. And again, like I said, they're using that realistic, real kind of world thing as a gimmick, which kind of or it seems like they're definitely using it as a gimmick. So that kind of sucks. I'm sure I'm not going to rate Mystery Incorporated 2020 when I see it, or if I see it, as much as or as high as I would rate one of the other Scooby-Doo live-action adaptations, because those are close adaptations. And when you're rating an adaptation, you have to keep in mind that it's an adaptation of a source. You have to keep in mind of the source. That's just inevitable. Already a poor adaptation since fucking Shaggy has a gun in the trailer. But, yeah. In terms of like or dislike, or at least the trailer, we don't know where we are gonna be after Adapt. You know, after it gets backed, or if it gets backed. It's actually like 70%, but it only has a little bit longer. I can't exactly remember. I'll put a screenshot in. But yeah, it's gone quite a bit. I think it's at, and they need like 15 grand. I think they're at like 10 grand or something, or something rather. Yeah. Or so, I don't know, but it seems like, yeah, like but they only have a little bit longer to do it. So I don't know. I feel like it actually is gonna get back. Yeah, I mean, and what's your experience with Scooby-Doo? Like, do you like, because there's gonna be kids my age that just didn't really watch Scooby-Doo when they were a kid. I watched Scooby-Doo like a motherfucker when I was a kid. I still watch it quite a bit because I have a little brother and a little sister. Um, and so like I was always like kind of exposed to Scooby-Doo. That sounded weird. But I'm sure there's kids my age that didn't watch Scooby-Doo. Since this is like kind of obscure right now, I would say. Like I don't think there's like a bunch of soccer moms that would hate this type of thing that are actually aware of this type of thing because it's kind of an obscure thing right now, which is good. They're keeping it on the down low because it's bad for their Indiegogo or whatever it's called, their ripoff GoFundMe. It's good that they're keeping this on the down low, and so they're not really getting any negative publicity right now for it. But any publicity is good publicity, I hear. So who knows? I don't know. But anyway, bye.